Hi there, thanks for tuning in again. The April is also already gone and we are at the start of May, so it's time to look back at April and I would say let's just get started, okay? Okay, this video will be a little bit shorter again, I'm pretty sure, because first of all, I don't have that much to share, and secondly, it is quite cold today and I miscalculated the temperature because on Friday we had 27 degrees Celsius, which is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And today the temperature went down to 14 degrees, which is 58 Fahrenheit. So it is quite cold, at least if you are out there without a jacket and just in a t-shirt like I am at the moment. So I will try to cut it short a little bit for that reason as well. I hope you can see me properly because sundown should be in 2 hours, but still in the camera it looks like a little bit dark. I hope you can see everything. But also today I'm filming without HDR because I want to edit it a little bit faster. For the reason that I only filmed this video, this one block this month. I was totally lazy, like you could see in the titles. I wasn't going out to film anything over this last month. So it's just this video that I will put in. And yeah, so lazy is the best summary for the whole month. And I will get to that a little bit along the way when I do my summary, which I am starting now. So you might remember that in the last video I said hopefully my sister didn't infect me with her cold when she came back from her vacation and I was picking her up at the train station. Of course, the scratching in my nose and in my throat was already the first indicator and I was getting sick. So the first week since the last video I filmed, I was quite heavily down with a cold. Fortunately not a flu, just a cold, but still heavy enough. And that also was creeping into the second week where I was already back at work though, and I wasn't out sick that week, but I wasn't 100% healthy. So it was a tough week because I had to get through it with a little bit of symptoms here and there. But yeah. So that week also ended with the Good Friday where we had a bank holiday. So I was also in the third week adding some holidays that I still had remaining from last year's portion. So I was the third week just spending time at home, PTO. I was lazy there as well. I still wasn't going out and filming anything. I was at least doing a little bit in my flat, in my apartment. I was doing a little bit of light spring cleaning. For instance, I was finally able to defrost my freezer, which was required finally. So that was going on there. And the fourth week, of course, due to me being on PTO and being not 100% healthy the time before, I had a tough time. I had to do quite a lot. So that was what was going on there, and that is basically my summary for the month of April. And the only thing I actually did on the side was going through all those Marvel Netflix shows that are now on Disney Plus, because I wanted to catch up with everything to finally be able to watch the new Daredevil season. And I mentioned it is getting cold. It is also starting to rain now, so I need to speed things up a little bit more, I think, even. So I was watching that stuff, and I went pretty much through everything, and that was at least a little bit of a success. But I still was completely lazy the rest of the month. And that basically brings me to the weight results. And let me just say that due to the fact that I was quite lazy, that I was also a little bit sick, I had a little bit of comfort food at the start of the month and something that I didn't plan. And in the last video I also said that I will be more strict this month, but I didn't plan for being sick. So obviously I did not manage to lose much weight. Actually, I gained a little bit of weight, quite a lot in the first 2 weeks of the month. And the last 2 weeks I was able to get back down to almost the same. So I'm pretty much at the same level I was at the end of last month. So it's not great, but sometimes that happens, and that is just the way it goes. I cannot plan for everything, and sometimes it is just the way it is. But with that being said, my weight went from 115.9 kilo last month, which is 253.3 pounds. Slightly up to 115.3 kilo, which is 254.2 pounds. In the meantime, it was even 1 kilo higher, so I got that down again. But yeah, I also was so lazy, by the way, that I didn't post any community posts and no shorty as well, because like I said, I wasn't out filming anything, so I wasn't filming short videos for the weekly posts. I will try over the next few months to be able to at least do the monthly, the weekly community posts again, but I will skip on the short videos because nobody's watching them anyways, and that is just in the nature of shorts, especially for a small channel like mine. But those people who stumbled across them were all like, "What's that? Why are you telling us this? And who are you?" So they were more annoyed than anything else. So for that reason, I will just get rid of the shorts altogether and will not post any new ones, and just try to do the community posts at least. And in the community post tomorrow that I will post alongside this video, you will find all the values that I had in the last few weeks, so that you can see how that weight and everything progressed. So back to my results though. Last month I had 33.2 body mass index, and now I have 33.3, so slightly up. While the body fat was actually exactly the same. It stayed at 36.0. It was almost at 37 in the meantime, but it went down, and it is at the same level as before. Same with the muscle mass. It was 28.4 and is now 28.4 again. It was almost under 28 in between. And the visceral fat, the internal fat, stayed at 17%, but for 2 weeks in between, the first 2 weeks of April, it was slightly up to 18 again, which fortunately I was able to bring down again. So that's basically it, you know. So like I said, it is not the most successful month. It was barely keeping my weight from last month, but sometimes it is like that. What I found is that I likely will have to do more sports, or do sports actually, because that little bit walking around that I used to put in back in the day, which I guess will restart now that we are getting into the warmer times again, will not be enough to really drive my weight down. And I will try to get on the bike more, and I will vouch to do it this year. So a little bit more sports, and then hopefully I'm finally able to crack the 110 kilo barrier, because I'm now between 115 and 110, and I'm struggling to go below. And that is something that was true even before the pandemic, even before I started this video series. It is always this 110 barrier that is tough to crack. So I guess I will need to bring in sports like physical activity, like bike riding, to actually be able to do it, and that is what I will try to do next. That's it. So like I said, this month was not that successful, but well, I hope at least everything you were aiming for was coming to fruition, you were able to achieve. The same is hopefully true for next month for you. I wish you all the best for that. I hope my month will be successful, and that I finally will get my weight down, maybe even below this 110 finally at one point. And that's it. So I wish you all the best and say as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching.